Welcome back, Legends. Your support is my power. Don't forget to subscribe.
My ex posted something like, "Know your value, ladies. Never accept anything less," right after turning down my marriage proposal. I gave it a like and commented, "Guys too." Half a year later, she spotted my engagement news. The frantic phone call she made that evening spilled everything. I'm a 29-year-old guy, and I still can't wrap my head around sharing this, but hey, life happens. I've got to vent because the past day has been eye-opening. Roughly 7 months back, I popped the question to my then-girlfriend, let's call her Natalie, who's 28. We've been a couple for 4 solid years, sharing a place for the last 2. I figured we were rock steady. We'd chatted about tying the knot, starting a family, the full dream life. She always seemed pumped when it came up. I set up this heartfelt night, not over-the-top fancy since I'm in accounting, not some Silicon Valley whiz, but personal. I brought her to the Botanical Gardens, our first date spot, timed it for dusk by the fountain, dropped to one knee with a ring-eyed scrimped for over half a year. A simple diamond solitaire, just like the one she'd gushed over. Her answer, flat out no, not give me time or let's discuss. Just no. She claimed she wasn't prepared, that things were rushing after 4 years and she wanted to discover more options out there. There I was, ring in hand, feeling like a fool with family staring. The ride back was dead quiet. She packed up and crashed at her pal Melissa's place 3 days later. That was it for us. End of story, but here's the twist. That very evening, she blasts this on social media. Recognize your value, queens. Don't compromise for anything short of amazing. Elevate yourself. Power woman vibes. The replies were predictable. Slay, girl. You merit the universe. No settling ever. Her buddies pumping her up like she dodged a bullet instead of dumping a guy who cared deeply. I was up at 2 a.m. doom scrolling, 4 years down the drain. I'd backed her through a job switch, chipped in on her college debt, stood by during her dad's health scare. Yet somehow I was the compromise, so I hit like on her post, then dropped a comment. Applies to kings as well. Crickets followed. She scrubbed my comment in under an hour, but not before shared contacts noticed. Whatever, I switched to survival mode. Job, workouts, rest, rinse, and repeat. Wiped social apps off my phone, poured energy into self-improvement. Jumped into counseling, which turned out to be a game changer, by the way. It opened my eyes to how I'd been shrinking myself to boost her ego. A couple months in, my office buddy Jenna, 26, suggested coffee after we powered through a tough financial review. Purely platonic at first, she knew about the split. We began chilling more. She was refreshing, straightforward, valued my efforts without demanding extras. Coffee led to meals out. Meals evolved into real dates. I played it low-key, not wanting to seem like I was bouncing back too hard. But truthfully, it was like inhaling fresh air after years of shallow breaths. Skip ahead to last week. Jenna and I are now engaged. She actually asked me, said she was certain and saw no reason to delay. I agreed on the spot. We shared a low-key announcement. Just a pic from a trail hike captioned, "Lifetime Adventure Buddy." Yes, my notifications lit up with well wishes. Pals from way back, relatives, colleagues. It felt great. Then, around 11:43 p.m., Natalie rings me. I nearly ignored it, but curiosity got me. "Hello," labored breaths. Then, "Are you for real?" "Natalie, 6 months, Mason, engaged already." I kept cool. "Yeah, congrats are the norm. To your coworker, that quiet one in finance." "Jenna's not quiet, she just doesn't brag about her successes." "And her name's Jenna, we're thrilled." "This is nuts. 4 years together, how could you just flip the page? The way you did by shooting down my proposal and labeling it as settling." Dead air. Then she unleashes the shocker. "I figured you'd stick around." "Stick around for what?" And that's when she unpacked what those 6 months were truly about. Update incoming. "Whoa, the feedback on my share has been massive. Appreciate the encouragement." Now diving into the rest of that call, it spirals downward. "After my for what?" Question, long silence, then sobs, not heartbroken ones, aggravated. "I had to check out other possibilities, all right." Melissa kept raving about these dudes she was linking up with. Finance execs, attorneys, startup founders. She argued I was too young to lock in with my initial long-term partner. I actually chuckled. "So I was your fallback?" "No. I just needed certainty. I planned to play the field for a year, gain perspective, then circle back, knowing you were it." "By publicly rejecting me, I didn't expect you'd catch the post." "We share 137 connections, Natalie." She got prickly. "You don't get the societal expectations on women." Melissa shared pieces about ladies who wed their first real beau and forever pondered, what if? I didn't want to hold it against you down the line. "So you embarrassed me and assumed I'd pause while you sampled others." It wasn't sampling. I hardly saw anyone. That piqued my interest. Hardly, more quiet, then. The matches Melissa set up weren't what I imagined. Turns out Natalie's empowerment quest flopped. The finance guy, hookups only, the lawyer. Vanished after 2 outings when she held back physically. The business owner, jobless, crashing at his folks, all facade on socials. I saw fast that our bond was unique. I aimed to reconnect after a year. Frame it as personal evolution and readiness. You'd have me propose again building on deception? Not deception. I did evolve. I figured out my desires. Yeah, you desired your safety net. Sorry, but this fallback snagged someone who picked me outright. She flipped out. Ranting that Jenna was a step down, a knee-jerk choice, that I was accelerating to wound her, that our shared circle found my quick shift shady. I remained steady. Natalie, you terminated us. You declared I fell short. I honored that and progressed. I met someone who views me as her top pick, not a post-audition default. You're erring big time. She doesn't grasp you like I do. True. She doesn't know the me who dulled his shine to ease someone else's insecurities. She knows the full-throttle version. I prefer him. Then she threw, when you grasp what you've squandered and beg to return, I won't be available. Good, 'cause I won't beg for squat. So long, Natalie? Click, assumed that wrapped it. Nope. Update 2, 3 days post-call. Strap in, Natalie and her squad escalated from chill to chaos. First, Melissa slid into Jenna's DMs on Insta before Jenna even ID'd her. The note was peak gaslighting. Hey sis, woman-to-woman heads up. I'm tight with Mason's former flame and you ought to hear some facts about your betrothed. He's obviously rebounding with you. He was fixated on Natalie, badgered her into a proposal for ages. When she asked for breathing room, he lurked on her profiles. Now he's overwhelming you with affection to spark jealousy. Don't buy it. You look kind and merit more than a vendetta fling. Jenna flagged it to me right away. We cracked up. Then she fired back. Thanks for the worry, but why so tangled in my romance over your buddy's dates? How'd those intros pan out for her? Melissa blocked her stat. Savage, but they kept coming. Then the intermediaries' mutuals suddenly concerned for me. Brad, silent for months. Yo man, saw the engagement. Fast pivot, eh? You positive no rush? My old dorm mate Derek. Dude, Natalie's wrecked. Perhaps chat it out. Even my cousin messaged. Natalie hit me up. She's concerned you're impulsive. Maybe pump the brakes. The nerve. I tossed up one social update. Odd how folks absent during your recovery now fret over your joy. 20 minutes later, Natalie dials from a fresh number. I'd blocked the old. I picked up, sensing gold. Mason, let's handle this like adults. We don't need to. You're obviously stung and lashing out, I understand, but torching our history over ego. Our history, where you were apparently browsing upgrades with me as Plan B. 4 years of me believing we were team building while you eyed exits. That's torched, Natalie. You lit the match. I slipped up. Folks, your slip was banking on me idling while you shopped for Superior. Mine was asking someone half gone already. So wedding Jenna to spite me? Marrying Jenna 'cause she eyed me and thought, yep, that's my guy. No hesitation, no market testing, straight yes. She pivoted. What about all I supported you through? Your certification stress, your mom's illness, I showed up. You did, and I did for your dad's operation, your career pivot, your tough anxiety spells. Partners do that. Doesn't grant you dibs on my tomorrow. I know you, Mason, this speed isn't you, you dissect everything. Maybe 'cause I wasted 4 years dissecting your happiness over mine. Quiet, then softly. Weren't you content? Content enough, but enough's not cutting it now. So that's that, ditching 4 years for a month's-old fling? Number launching fresh with someone who selected me prime, not reserve, not secure fallback. Prime, if this flops spectacularly. If it flops, it'll still out-honest our setup. Click again, but the real bombshell hit yesterday. Update 3. Recall how Natalie posed as the remorseful ex who just erred? Yeah, rethink that. Jenna and I were at dinner when her phone pinged. Her close friend Rachel forwarded dating app snaps. Guess whose account popped? Queen Natalie. But wait, the profile launched 5 months ago, 2 months pre-proposal rejection. Bio. Driven entrepreneur spirit, seeking a match with my drive. No room for average. Snaps of her chats claiming fresh single status, eager to upgrade every facet. I crunched the timeline. She was swiping while we ring-hunted, future planned, as I stashed cash for her ideal sparkler. Jenna offered to show me. I said yeah, had to. The exchanges were, revealing her dissing her sweet but unambitious ex, needing a partner for the upscale life I earn, too youthful for cozy settling. One dude queried the breakup cause. I evolved beyond him. He settled for ordinary. I crave top tier. Ordinary, 4 years, mutual lifelines, joint growth. Ordinary, but the cherry, profile active 3 days back, post our call, post her regret tears. She refreshed pics and bio. Rising stronger, value yourself and charge premium. I stared at those captures and burst out laughing, not salty, relieved, crystal clear now. Then universe-style emphasis, Natalie texts from another burner. Mason, lots of reflection here. I'll overlook your hasty move if we reboot clean. I get you craved validation. I own my role. We can fix this. She's overlooking me. I snapped that message and finally shared publicly after months quiet. When folks reveal their core, trust it. Thankful for insights and stoked for what's ahead. Tip, game playing. Erase your digital trails on apps. Tag Jenna, grateful you picked me prime, forever. My feed erupted. Our overlapping crowd fed Natalie's spin, now saw raw facts. Apologies flooded. Man, clueless here. She was app dating mid-relationship. Derek rang. Sorry, bro, she spun you as unhinged post-rejection. Should have trusted my gut. Cousin, awkward, she skipped key bits. My fault. Natalie's comeback. Where she truly unmasked. Final wrap-up. A week since the blow-up. Last dispatch, I'm overfueling this. Post my reveal, Natalie went full meltdown. Rolled out Insta stories on deception and mind games. How I was exploiting weakness to rally against her. The one app cheating during our time calling me deceptive. Comedy gold. But her fumble, forgot Melissa co-managed her profiles for optimization. Melissa, sensing the shift, bylaid, dumped the lot to the circle. Natalie didn't just start the profile 2 months early. She'd been dating actively 5 months pre-proposal. Not casual swipes, real meetups, claiming single to them. A legit spreadsheet existed. No lie. Her and Melissa ranked dudes by salary, career, appearance, spouse viability. I made the cut too. 4th in reliability, but 11th in upscale potential. 11th of 15, top-ranked. A VC type who cratered in a crypto flop. She'd chatted him months, plotting a switch. But his downfall 2 weeks before my ask made me look viable again. Rejection wasn't self-discovery, it was betting on better than 11th. When apps failed upgrades, she'd reclaim steady 11th. Melissa blasted the chat. Can't cover for her anymore, she played me too. Chat froze, then detonated. Fury not just at infidelity, but the puppeteering, forcing sides on fabrications, framing me as rebound rusher. Natalie tried spin. Posts on phony allies and treachery. Misconstrued all around. Ultimate play. As a female, standards get me vilified. Standards, that's her term. Followers dipped hourly. Guys she dated during us shared their captures. 1. Her admitting waiting on boyfriend's proposal to assess the ring before committing. Ring-based decision, not us. The ring? Last ditch, she appeared at my building. Lucky I'd tipped security with her pick. Forward-thinking now. They buzzed. Natalie's here insisting on entry. Emergency. Injured or at risk? No. Then no emergency. Escort her out. Police if needed. She bounced, but stirred drama residents recorded. 1 clip hit TikTok. Entitled Ex-Freaks at Complex over lost safety nets engagement. Mini-viral, 800K views last check. Yesterday, final text from New Digits. Congrats, Mason, victory's yours. You tanked my rep and flipped everyone. Hope downgrade delights you. When she strays, and she will, recall you had a lover committed to certainty. But your pride couldn't pause. Savor your average existence with your average spouse. You match? No reply. Forwarded to my attorney buddy tracking for potential no-contact order. But truth, I'm content. Plain, joyful content. Jenna and I whip up meals, giggle at silly shows. She tucks notes in my meals. I grab blooms 'cause it's Wednesday. Small ceremony ahead, no showboating needed. She embraced me at rock bottom. I embraced her authenticity. No schemes, no charts, no contingencies. Natalie's spot on once we match her. Word is back in her old town, nuked most profiles. Melissa Vague posted on True Pals and Trials forging strength. That value post, still live. My comment vanished, but web forgets nada. Memed now. Value yourself, queens, with her coupled app snaps. Harsh, but not my creation or spread. Value's funny, not what you demand, but what you offer. Learned that painfully. So did she. I'm closing this book. Prepping vows is a blast with someone eager to wed you, not a molded version. To anyone in parallel, if actions scream option over essential, heed it. Don't linger for their value epiphany. Seek who spots yours instantly. And yeah, fellas, value yourselves too. Later, edit, yep, Jenna's looped in. She vetted these shares pre-post, cracked up at the chart. Just 11th. Honey, you're top tier on the right list. She's the champ, to speed critics, perhaps hasty. But after years auditioning for approval, certainty hits different. We're grown, we recognize wants. No point stalling, final bit, Natalie unearthed this. Lawyer email on slander and distress. My bud says bunk, facts defend, receipts abound, demands removal and $15 K rep fix, the rep she self-sabotaged via deceit. Yeah, right, response, all verifiable. Stop contacting, further legal steps. Quiet since, thriving's prime payback, plus a partner who finds the circus hilariously ridiculous like me.